This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by the man of the moment, one of probably the most popular men in Saudi Arabia at the minute, Josh Padley. Josh, good to see you. Before we come on to all of the good stuff and the reason you're here, how are you?
I'm very good, mate. Yeah, soaking it in, enjoying this opportunity, and what a massive opportunity it is over in Riyadh. WBC World Lightweight title on the line. 4 days' notice. You know, it's crazy, but I'm here.
It's been a roller coaster, as you mentioned, of a week for yourself. Just take me back to the initial contact that you had from Matchroom or from Turkey Al Sheikh, those out here in Riyadh. How did everything unfold? What can you tell me?
Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. Matchroom got in contact with my manager, Tom Stalker, and they said we've got a life-changing opportunity for Padley. What's his weight? But luckily enough for myself, I stay in the gym and I do stay in shape all year round and not too far off my weight. Jumped on the scales, a couple of phone calls back, negotiations, team talks, nutrition talks. 20 past 10 that night, we got given the green light that if you can get everything sorted tomorrow, you'll be on a plane tomorrow to Riyadh. So that plane landed this morning, and here I am in Riyadh.
You were one of 4 people who were being considered to this fight, according to Eddie, who I spoke to about an hour ago. So whilst you was waiting for confirmation, did you know, or was you assured in your own mind thinking you'd get it, or how was you feeling whilst you waited?
I mean, we did get told that there was other people in the running, but from my point of view, and from probably Stevenson's point of view, I'll be probably labelled the easier opposition. Nobody sort of knows about me. I've got that one win over Mark. That other than that, the other people don't really. People are sort of forgetting all that. But I'm going to be here on Saturday night to prove that wrong again, and that's obviously people saying that I'm a nobody and all this. Then Saturday night on 4 days' notice, I will be putting a good account for myself on.
There's obviously a lot of talk about the check weight as well. For yourself, in terms of your weight, prior to everything being offered to you, where was you at? How was you feeling trying to get down to that?
Perfectly honest with you, on Tuesday, I had 2 ham sandwiches and a cake from a cafe on the job. So when Tom first called and said, "What's your weight?" I thought, "Oh my God!" And it was only because it was my round to get the coffees in, and he were like, "I'm getting a cake." I was like, "Well, if it's my round and I'm paying, I'm going to get a cake as well." But no, 67 kilo, I think, or something like that. So it wasn't even a massive cut that I needed to do. We got the weight off perfectly fine, no issues at all. My nutritionist is out here with me to do the weight safely. Like I say, that was the first call that we made after the opportunity come in, is ring the nutritionist, make sure he's happy with everything. He said, "Josh, you've not got a problem."
Josh, you said it earlier, you're here, WBC World Lightweight title on the line. I don't imagine even yourself could have thought after the victory against Mark Chamberlain you'd be here now in what could end up being the biggest fight in your career. How does it feel when you sit there just for a couple of minutes and try and reflect and take it all in?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you wouldn't think that opportunities, obviously people like me in my situation that have come from the small hall dream of opportunities like this, and you always think that it's out of your grasp, but proof is here that if you do stay ready and stay active with Riyadh season and that, anything is possible. Last time I were out, obviously on the Wembley card, I thought they can't get any bigger than this. I were on AJ's undercard. I'd beat Turkey's favourite fighter. I thought it can't get any better, and then here I am in Saudi about to fight for WBC.
Did you think beating Turkey's favourite fighter might have limited your chances then?
Nah, I mean, because there's always the rumour of winner stays on, so I were always thinking, well, I've won, why haven't I stayed on? But I mean, it's played off now, and winner has stayed on, and here I am.
The challenge of Shakur Stevenson, Josh, you don't need me to tell you about how difficult of a night will be ahead for yourself. What's the plan? You've got 4 days to prepare for the biggest fight in your career. How do you go about trying to upset the odds and what many say could be the biggest upset in the history of the sport if you were to pull it off?
That's what I'm coming to do, is upset. I mean, luckily enough, Mark's camp, another southpaw, so it's not going to be too fresh. We've stayed in the gym. When we're in the gym, we do southpaw work and orthodox work to make sure that obviously we were prepared for anything, because we didn't know what were coming. So we've done about an hour's preparation at gym today for Shakur Stevenson, a pound-for-pound fighter. So Saturday night, you'll see that hour's preparation go to work.
How's your mindset in that front, man, in terms of preparing for somebody on 4 days' notice? It's very different to what you've had previously. So how do you mentally prepare for the task at hand?
In my mind, like I've said on another interview today, is no matter, I will not be able to get in that ring and not give it 100%. If somebody's in there trying to punch me in the face, beat me up, outbox me, whatever, it's not programmed in my in me at all. So the mindset is not a problem at all. I know that I will go in there and give it everything that I've got and try and outsmart him. If he's outsmarting me, if I need to make it ugly, I'll make it ugly. So that's how I've got it in my mindset.
Speaking to Shakur yesterday, Josh, when the fight was announced, he said that because of obviously the frustrations he's had with everything that happened with Floyd Schofield, he really wants to put on a show. Might not mean the best for yourself, but are you aware that you're going to maybe face a more pent-up and more aggressive version of Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, he's going to come and obviously try and prove a point, because if he doesn't, then everyone's going to criticise him. I shouldn't be on his level, if you sort of speak. So I know that probably what you've seen of Shakur before, where he's a bit cagey and a bit laid off, you probably might not get that against him. Against me, he might come forward, but so be it, and I'm all for it if he does.
Is it hard not to think, Josh, about having your hand raised, have those dreams, imagining what Saturday could mean to you if you were to be successful?
I mean, it'd definitely make some shockwaves, that, wouldn't it? I think the Mark Chamberlain made some shockwaves because nobody expected me to do that, but this would be on another scale. It'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But it's in my mind.
I have to obviously ask Josh, since that Mark Chamberlain fight, it seems to have been a bit more difficult than people would have expected for you to get an opportunity. What would you put that down to? Why do you feel like you have had to wait until this type of opportunity?
I think I'd put it down to that was meant to be for a belt, and we didn't get the belt because the weight category moved. So I think I got put in the all risk, no reward sort of category. I'm an hard fight for people, and you don't get no belt. I'm not on a big promotional platform, so it's a bit like, why fight Josh Padley? What we're going to gain out of it? So that's what I put it down for. But like you say, I've stayed true, straight to the sport, and it's paid off.
Name will be out there though now, Josh, so I know you don't want me to be the pessimist, if you will, but regardless of what happens on Saturday, you would imagine you've just shared the ring with Shakur Stevenson, there'll be plenty of other opportunities on the horizon.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially when people see what account of myself I'm going to put on Saturday night, then yeah, my name will be everywhere.
Josh, I appreciate your time. Leave a final message to yourself. Anything you want to say to everyone back home, those who can't get the annual leave on the notice that you've given everybody, what would you like to say?
I mean, shout out to the 15 people that I have got coming out. Obviously, fiance and hardcore group of friends that are coming out. Booked the flight about an hour after me, and I'll see you in there Saturday night.
Josh, I appreciate your time. Best of luck for the next few days. Best of luck on Saturday. And thanks for speaking to me in Boxing News.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Josh. Thank you.